Good afternoon, Kurt Capra here with your daily recap for this Friday, August 25th. Of course, hope you guys had a great trading day. It was kind of an interesting day, quiet throughout most, if not all, the afternoon after what started off looking like could be an interesting day. With the gap up to start things off, we had some initial follow through as we took out yesterday's high and went up and tested the high here from Tuesday. But that's where things started to fall apart. We had some commentary from Fed Chair Yellen at the Jackson Hole meeting, and that kind of unraveled things. If I drill this down into the 15-minute time frame, you can see here, as I said, started off strong and then sold off hard there. And at that point, markets fell into support, found the gap fill area, the top of that area, and began stabilizing. And like I said, we've really just been kind of quiet here throughout the rest of the day. So ultimately here we've got this topping tail as traders still trying to figure out which way we go from here. So I mean, next week, final week of August, we also have Labor Day coming up, so it could be a quiet week overall. We'll have to, of course, see how things play out. I never want to get too biased one way or the other, especially around holiday times. It's easy to say that not much should happen, but because a lot of people will be away, that might make it easier for things to actually happen. So don't come into any particular day or any particular week thinking that something is going to happen, because it can, of course, put you in a mindset that you believe this can happen and you're not open to seeing anything else. So as I said, just come in every day objective, seeing where we're opening, where we're gapping, and letting the trend guide you through. If we take a look at the Qs here, they are a little bit weaker but still inside of yesterday's range. So overall, like I said, not a whole lot happening here today either with regard to the Qs. As far as where some action actually did take place, we had both retail and the transportation sector strong. Specifically within the transportation space, you had airlines which were strong. If we look at UAL, you can see here they bounced nicely today. And this shouldn't really come as a surprise because we've had a couple down days overall. So got a nice bounce here on the UAL. DAL, same thing. Gapped up a little bit and just took off. And again, you look at the hourly chart and you can really see how it had been moving down. Big volume spike at the end of the day yesterday, gapping up here today, and that really set the tone for this bounce. And so DAL, UAL, LUV, they were all strong. This is where a real nice opportunity was to be playing long. And you also had retail names which were also strong. So if we look at names like Macy's, had a nice bounce here today on the daily, negating yesterday's weakness. Also strong was the Best Buy. Well, not as strong as the Macy's, but that was up here today. Best Buy was also up. You had Nordstrom, JWN, also having some strength. So as I said, it was really relegated to the airlines and retail, where we saw a good amount of demand that was able to follow through to the morning open. And then also, interestingly enough, gold. There was a very big spike to the downside this morning shortly after the open. I mean, literally right few minutes after the open, we had that big spike down, came, tested that 21 EMA, popped back up, and overall looks like we're going to be closing the week off nicely, and now with this bottoming tail. So this sets the stage for what could be a breakout above this 123.50 level next week. And that is something that you should definitely be watching for as we move forward into, as I said, next week, to see if gold can actually finally break above. And I do think it will, as I've highlighted before. The fact that it's going sideways up here as opposed to pulling back strongly suggests that this will move higher as the demand continues to build. All right, so hope you guys, like I said, had a great day, stayed out of trouble, because it was easy to get caught up in things that really just didn't follow through. But if you were looking, in areas like retail, like the airlines, would have given you some really nice opportunity overall. So with that, hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll be back with you next week for another morning call and daily recap. Take it easy.